Coming up on Torrance today, the city's inaugural Patriotic Concert in the Park brings the community together at Wilson Park. Hundreds of people gather to admire a one-of-a-kind art exhibit featuring our elementary students in North Torrance, and students of all ages start planning their future at the first in-person college and career fair in more than 2 years. All this and more coming up right now on Torrance Today. Welcome to Torrance Today. I'm Christine Lee. It's 4 p.m. on Monday, May 23rd. I hope you had a great weekend. Thank you so much for joining us. Here is our first story. The city's inaugural Patriotic Concert in the Park took place over the weekend at Wilson Park, bringing community members together in celebration of the city's 2022 salute to the U.S. Armed Forces.
Torrance has a long tradition of celebrating the men and women of the United States Armed Forces. Thanks to the Hometown Heroes banners, I see my old friends. You see them from last year and the year prior, and they're still our friends, and they deserve that honor to be foisted up in the middle of our community.
That is the Palos Verdes Symphonic Band giving the audience quite a performance. The band consists of nearly 60 musicians, including former professional and amateur instrumentalists. The 75-minute concert was a new way for Torrance residents and visitors to honor our military heroes as our annual Armed Forces Day Parade continues to be on hold due to circumstances surrounding the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Children and teens had a fun time over the weekend learning about traffic safety. The Utopian Society Project teamed up with the California Highway Patrol and the Torrance Police Department to teach participants about staying safe while crossing the street, riding a bike, and walking to school. They also talked about what to do if a stranger approached them on their walks and what not to do if they are playing with a ball in their neighborhood and it rolls onto the street. Some students tried on impairment goggles and navigated through a mini course, learning why they should never get in a car with a person who is under the influence of alcohol or any other substance. The participants also made fingerprint cards and received certificates of completion at the end of their class. Saturday's free program was made possible through a grant from LA County Supervisor Janice Hahn's office and donations from Smart & Final and Target. Parents and students enjoyed a unique student art show at Arlington Elementary School. Its Parent-Teacher Association sponsored the special event on Friday night, transforming the school's cafeteria into a gallery showcasing students' work through the Adventures in Art program. The program is led by volunteers through Arlington's PTA and has been around for nearly 30 years, providing fine arts education to its students. This year, students completed 4 projects, and 1 project from every student was on display in museum-quality exhibits that featured information about the inspiring artists. Some pieces also contained immersive and interactive features. Arlington also featured works from family members that participated in a family art education night, which stressed the importance of art expression for social emotional learning. The evening also featured music from the Arlingtons, North Torrance area music teacher Glenn Kamita, and Arlington alumni. And snacks were provided by the 5th grade 5-Star Club. Volunteer art docents helped give the night a truly art exhibit feel, and I'm told more than 300 people dropped by the North Torrance School to appreciate the artwork. This was the first time since the pandemic began where they were able to enjoy on-site parents' activities like this. TUSD and the Torrance Council of PTAs hosted an in-person college and career fair, also for the first time in more than 2 years.
This college fair is very important to us as a district, but also to the PTA. It's been a tradition for many years, and we're very grateful for the opportunity this year to be back in person to allow our students to interact with some representatives from colleges across the country and learn a little bit about what their path might be.
It's open to anybody who wants to come. We encourage students of all grade levels, not just high school, middle school, elementary school, to start their planning early. Come take a look and start the process as soon as they can.
Torrance High School was bustling with activity on Saturday, with lots of opportunities for students and parents to get excited about various colleges and programs of study. Representatives from community colleges, military branches, vocational schools, art and fashion institutes, and four-year universities were there. TUSD counselors also answered any questions attendees may have about their future planning. And workshops helped 8th, 9th, and 10th graders to review admission essays, talk about career technical education, learn about the CSU and UC systems, and much more. El Camino College is relaxing its mask mandate starting today. Until further notice, masks will only be required in classrooms, lecture halls, auditoriums, and the Student Health Center. Masks are now optional but strongly recommended at all other areas of the campus. The college came to this decision after extensive stakeholder input and after a review of the campus-wide survey data collected from students, staff, and faculty. Campus officials say the safety of everyone at El Camino remains their highest priority. They also note that masking requirements can change as conditions of the pandemic continue to change as well. Pfizer's 3-dose COVID-19 vaccine is 80% effective against the Omicron variant in young kids. That's the latest finding from Pfizer and BioNTech. The companies say the latest data continues to show that vaccine can offer high protection to children who are 6 months to 5 years old. Their findings are preliminary and could be adjusted as more data is collected. The trial was not big enough to estimate protection against severe disease, which experts expect to be higher. For all age groups, vaccine efficacy against more mild breakthrough infections waned against Omicron, but efficacy against severe disease and death remained high for most of those age groups. Pfizer announced last December that it would not move forward with a 2-dose vaccine after disappointing data. Now it plans to submit the new findings for the 3-dose course this week as part of its rolling submission to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. The FDA set a new tentative date of June 15th for its advisors to discuss the COVID-19 vaccine applications for the young children, which means both Pfizer and Moderna's vaccines could be authorized as soon as the end of next month. Public health officials are reminding Angelenos that COVID-19 boosters are now available for children ages 5 to 11. Over the past month, COVID-19 cases increased by 264% among this age group, compared to a 116% increase for adults. The kids can now get their 3rd Pfizer dose at any LA County vaccination site. Public health says there are about 255,000 eligible children in our area, and they should get boosted ahead of summer and holiday travel for added protection. To find a location and for more information, go to vaccinatelacounty.com or call 833-540-0473. More than 78,000 pounds of baby formula arrived in the U.S. from Europe, with more on the way. A military plane carried the highly sought-after food source for infants on Sunday, aimed at relieving an ongoing shortage, leaving many families desperate. President Joe Biden authorized the use of Air Force planes for the effort that is called Operation Fly Formula because no commercial flights were available. Several flights are expected to transport more formula from Europe to the U.S. in the coming days, providing some relief to those who really need it. Sunday's flight brought 15% of the specialty medical-grade formula needed in the U.S., and people should see more formula in stores in the coming days. A total of about 1.5 million 8-ounce bottles of formula are expected to arrive this week. Long term, the U.S. is looking into getting more formula providers, so no individual company has this much control over supply chains. U.S. regulators and Abbott Nutrition hope to have its Michigan plant to reopen next week, but it will still take about 2 months before product is ready for delivery. A nationwide Jif peanut butter recall is in place due to possible salmonella contamination. The J.M. Smucker Company is recalling select products sold in the U.S. at retail stores and other outlets. The recalled products include these lot codes, which are located alongside the best if used by dates. Consumers who bought these products should throw them out immediately. Salmonella could cause serious and sometimes fatal infections in young children, frail or elderly people, and others with weakened immune systems. And healthy individuals infected could experience fever, nausea, vomiting, and other side effects. For more information, visit jif.com/contact-us or call 1-800-828-9980. Well, it's still ahead. It's Motivational Monday, and what better way to start the week than to get a warm meal and a thoughtful thank you card? I'll explain when we come back in 60 seconds.
And is this with the doctor or is this with the nurse practitioner? Fantastic. Dad, lunch. Got some soup for you.
You are loved.
Oh, you. Look at those freckles.
This was very much.
You are valued. You are strong. You are resilient. You got this.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides to support you and your loved one at aarp.org/caregiving.
At the end of every episode of Torrance Today, we want to leave you with a positive story from our community that fits the theme for the day. On this Motivational Monday, every single Torrance police officer is getting a handwritten thank you card from a community member, along with some Chick-fil-A and cake.
Today we're here to celebrate the 101-year anniversary for the Torrance Police Department, and we just wanted to say thank you to them for everything they do for our community.
The Utopian Society Project dropped off more than 200 cards, one for each officer, to let them know they're appreciated. Some of the cards were written by kids from all across our city, and others contain thoughtful messages from adults and even from the Torrance Fire Department. They also treated the officers to lunch, and Mariella's Cakes spoiled them with an adorable two-tiered Dalmatian and Paw Patrol themed cake. Thank you, Torrance Police, for continuing to keep our community safe. Well, that's our show for today. Let us know if you have a positive story to tell by emailing us at torrancetoday@torranceca.gov. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow with more news from and for our Torrance community. Have a great day.